It's the CalebDMTG Show.
Ooh, Mana Crypt, pack one, pick one. I like that one. I like that one. Get over here, you. Yeah, not necessarily game-changing Myprov, but it was our only target, right? It was our only card that we could have countered with Daze that game. I should have dazed it. They probably got the Black Lotus with it. Strong pack, very strong pack. Probably going to put multiple people into green. So, Bribery is the best card in this pack. If we really just wanted a trophy hunt, then taking Gideon is probably our best bet. I kind of feel like doing that. Haven't drafted White Weenie yet today. But we started the day with a Bribery deck. Then we immediately get past a pack. It doesn't make White Weenie look good at all. If we'd taken Bribery, I think we'd be taking Time Warp out of this one. Or maybe the Coalition Relic. Coalition Relic plays really well with Mana Crypt, right? Just like get that ramp on. We don't have to play the Gideon. We took the Gideon, but we don't have to play it. It's a nice one to play on like turn 2 off Mana Crypt. If we wanted to stay White Weenie, then I would take Tithe Taker over the Armageddon. I think we take Coalition Relic here and stay somewhat open, like not necessarily locked into anything. Demonic Tutor would also be fine, but it kind of like points you in a direction, right? It'd be like hedging towards another color. Relic's just a really strong turn 1 play off Mana Crypt. Interesting. So this is a lot of mana. This is a lot of mana really quickly. Which makes me feel that like Consecrated Sphinx or Ugin could both be really, really good. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting not grabbing the Bribery because we're taking Sphinx here. Oh well. Usually White Weenie's really open, and usually blue is not open at all. Not that fourth pick Consecrated Sphinx is this huge signal or anything like that, but it's good with this start. Turn 2 Gideon is still good off of Mana Crypt. You're not wrong, but Coalition Relic probably isn't going to be in a Gideon deck. It could. We could be blue-white. Wouldn't be awful. I can keep it in the pool, so we're still considering it. Do we grab yet another color of card here? Take like the Questing Beast. Might take Lotus Petal. Throw more air in this deck. Could take O-Ring. O-Ring's fine. O-Ring answers our own Mana Crypt. We don't want to die to Crypt. If we get a draw 7 or balance, then Lotus Petal would be really nice. Starting to look like blue is not, in fact, open. As we guessed earlier. Some interesting stuff you can do. Oracle or Hollow Blade, maybe. Oracle's the thing. When I have a Mana Crypt, I really want like juicy 3s and 4s to just drop super early, make the Mana Crypt look really good. Cards that just immediately start generating value or win the game or lock up the game quickly. Chandra would be really nice if we were drafting red cards. 5-mana Gideon's okay. We could draft that one. I don't really want Wrath in my Mana Crypt deck. I'd like to be more proactive than that if possible. Okay. Okay. Oh shit, there's Crater Hoof. This pack only had Hoof in primetime, as far as green cards were concerned. We could beat the other green deck. We could just take Crater Hoof here and grab Mana Dorks and stuff. ECD's a good card. It's like not a bad card to ramp into either, and plays well with our stuff. I think Crater Hoof makes more cards live, though. If I want to be proactive. I think if you take the ECD, you might end up being like one of those slow control decks that dies to its own Mana Crypt. But if we take the Crater Hoof, then I think we're just going to murder some Fuels. And here, either Vanguard or Lyra is good. Lyra's got some life gain in it to offset the Mana Crypt. I've been pretty impressed with Vanguard in terms of a unkillable threat. I think they both make sense. Cool. Yeah, the green cards wheeling are starting to make me think that I've made the correct decision there. Yeah, between packs, like, take the Progenitus in case we get Natural Order. Between picks like 3 and 5, I was regretting not taking the Bribery. But now that we're here, I'm pretty glad I didn't. Blue is not really open. We're gonna take the Mox Sapphire here over the Tree Speaker. This is fast. And then hopefully either one of these two green cards wheel or the Golgari Signet. Any of that would be fine. Or actually either the Signet or the Wake. Yeah, there's so much here that can wheel. It's gonna be a good pack. Gonna be a good pack for us, whatever comes back. Hey, good night, Reese. Thanks for hanging out. The song brings you back to 1974. Yeah, another 2019 release. Fucking love Nitro Fun, too. So I really like cards like Chrome Mox. The issue with it in this deck is we don't have a lot of ways of making up for the card disadvantage. We're gonna have a rough time having enough draw spells in green-white to do that. Llanowar Elves is the card that you typically pair with Crater Hoof. There is Solemn here. Solemn is a really good one to play off a fast Mana Crypt. Also ramps us. I think Llanowar Elves is probably correct. We're gonna take Solemn though. We're gonna do that. Ooh, Slime. Let's take Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter does a really good job of smoothing out our draws. Nissa, love it. Caracas, love it. Let's take Nissa. Hate this pack. Don't love this. Let's grab Call. Could be a good Eldred Gargaroth deck. Teague turns off all of our Planeswalkers. It just doesn't fit our deck at all. We could take the Fetch. Nice, Temple Garden. Too bad we haven't seen any green fetches. Just to grab that Temple Garden. It's a real shame there wasn't a green fetch last pack that we could have grabbed. Shucks. Ugh. Yeah, we got some goodies. We got some goodies on the wheel. So Fraley's plays the best with Crater Hoof. It just like gives us a pile of bodies for hoofing all by its lonesome. Wake is nice if we want to go like big mana, like big mana. It's like another Nissa in that regard. I don't think we need Baneslayer. We already have Lyra. Fuck, I gotta draft something. I don't know if that's right. Fraley's would be gas in this deck too. Need some dorks though. We do need a few dorks. That's okay. We got time. We don't need a ton of dorks. Just need a few. Wake is gas with the spell lands. It is, yeah. Turning your like a Miria's Call into like an actual card is really nice. And we already have 2 spell lands, so let's grab Mother. You saying this deck's almost historic legal? Yeah, but the differences are pretty important, right? Yeah, Steve! Steve's so good here. Steve, potentially better than a Mana Dork, because Mirari's Wake rewards you for having extra lands in play. And then if you just need another body for Hoof, you can just not sack it. Or if you need something to crew the Copter, whatever. This deck can use both halves of Steve. A lot of decks are just playing Steve like a straight rampant growth. This deck values that 1/1 body. That sweet, sexy Snake Shaman. Probably not playing this, but maybe. Maybe, huh? Primal Command does get Hoof. It's an option. Scaly but warm. Oh yeah. I would let Steve be Big Spoon. Look at all those arms. Feels so safe. Not a fan of this pack. I don't think we want any of this. Maybe Linvala for the board. Maybe Disenchant for the board. We already have Nature's Claim though. Nature's Claim and Night of Autumn. Yeah, let's throw Linvala in the sideboard. You want to cast Emrakul? We could try and do that. We have Nissa and Mirari's Wake. If we get past a channel, I'm going to feel stupid for passing Emrakul, but I think in the average game, in the average league, Linvala is going to do more for us. Almost a pod deck. We got some value 4 drops we don't mind sacking. Only 1 value 3. We just throw a Serpent in here. Fits our curve wherever we're at. Something to do with Mana Crypt mana. Garrick Relentless is another one that's really good to fire off an early Mana Crypt. We're going to take the Elvish Mystic though. We do need a couple of dorks. Do need a few dorks. Hey, Celeste Signet, perfect. Get that ramp on. Are we a natural order deck? Almost, right? Almost. We do have Progenitus in the sideboard, that's a good point. I think we take Wall of Roots here. I think Wall of Roots is a better one to sack to natural order. Hex Drinker is a mana sink for Mirari's Wake.
Oh shit, what up?
Progenitus number 2. Addison's Pilgrim is nice. There's also fucking 13 mana Emrakul. 13 mana Emrakul is actually castable off of Wake, but it might just be too many fatties with Hoof and Progenitus. Once you add the Emrakul, things start gumming up your hand, maybe. Hey, the Schmidt, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing that Twitch Prime. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to grab the Pilgrim. It's a nice dork. That's a nice little mana dork. Oh man, Savannah, Arbor Elf, Devoted Druid. What do we need more? I think it might actually be the Savannah. Parallax Wave's even an option. I guess Knight's just a Dorcom. This is a bad one. Maybe I should have grabbed the pod there. It did look better. The issue with pod is we don't have like a value 5 or a 6. We had like Slime and a Titan. I'd be more excited about pod here. Play the Dryad to hardcast the Progenitus. Ooh, good point. Good point. Should have thought of that. Oh, I've got it though. Yeah, usually I do not play Dryad, but I think hardcasting Progenitus is a good enough reason. It's also another body to sack to natural order, right? That's like the main reason that I was going to play Knight of the Reliquary anyway. It's like technically a ramp. Hey, Garrick Wield. Awesome. Sweet. This track goes fucking hard.
Shit, what up?
Hey, Nordu, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 5 months there. Fuck yeah. Yeah, maybe hardcasting Progenitus is just like our plan. Maybe we play Primal Command to make that plan happen more often. We can like get Craterhoof and win, but instead we're like, no, we need the Progenitus! Definitely have some cuts to make here. I think the Serpent's actually likely to get cut. I like that the Serpent scales well with the deck. Like you can just play it after a Mirari's Wake and just win. But it's not a green card, right? It's not a green creature for natural order. So that makes it a little bit worse than our other filler. I like that Fauna Shaman finds Hoof. I think that means Fauna Shaman stays. We could cut Mother of Runes for the same reason that we're cutting the Stone Coil Serpent, the fact that it's not a green creature. I like the Gargaroth a lot, but it doesn't scale with Wake like Biogenic Ooze does. I think that means it's a cut, even though it's so good to ramp into with Mana Crypt and what. You want to cut Thraben Inspector? Oh no. No, Thraben's gas. Cruise Copter, cantrips. It's a body for Hoof. I don't really want to cut either card. Let's cut Knight of the Reliquary. What about the main deck Nature's Claim? We can cut that one too. Let's do this. And we'll probably end up boarding the Nature's Claim in every round, but it can start in the sideboard. Ah, look at Moto looking out for me. Helping me cast that Progenitus. Usually they give you like one of each land, and it's funny because you can't actually cast a Progenitus off of one of each land. But with Mirari's Wake and Coalition Relic in our deck, we can actually get there, huh? Let's see. So we have 3 more lands. Right now this is 6 green, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. Yeah, 10 not counting Signet seems fine. Is this enough white sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh shit, what up?
7, 8. And then we're at 10, 8, not counting Celestia Signet. It's almost too much. It's almost too much planes. 7's maybe better. This lets us turn 1 the Mother of Runes more often, though. And Mother of Runes certainly is better on turn 1. We're at 41. I don't want to play 41. How did I do that? Did I add 1 too many lands? It was 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I did add 1 too many. Alright, I'll just cut up planes. No harm, no foul. You think 41's the correct number? I don't think so with this deck. I think we're closer to being a 16 mana source deck than a 17. So I definitely don't want to play 18. Or I'm sorry, I think we're closer to a 16 mana source deck than an 18. Wait, yeah. So 18 is super wrong. Is what I'm getting at. If we played 41 cards, it would be an extra spell, right? It'd be like the Primal Command or the Gargaroth or the Nature's Claim or something. The Knight. It wouldn't be an extra mana source. Turn 2's Nis is definitely a thing. Hopefully they don't have like a force or a discard spell or something. Because then our hand's all air. Would Dryad let us play this Progenitus is the real question. Would you Dryad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not really. Because Dryad doesn't fix for Mana Crypt. I did update Stream Decker. Yeah, not a big deal at all, huh? We hit them for 3, hit ourselves for 3. Looks like an even race so far. don't think fighting my Fauna Shaman quite gets me there. Well, the Fauna Shaman can just tutor next turn if I really need it to. Yeah, I'm sitting there doing the math on, like, Garruk Relentless fighting my Fauna Shaman, and then, like, whether or not I can play Crater... The odds of me being able to play Crater Hoof next turn, and whether that wins through an Inkwell blocker. I'm like, wait a minute. Fauna Shaman can just tutor the damn card. If that's what I need. Yeah, they're scooping. See, I've got plenty of mana. So that was only a turn 4 kill, but it was a turn 4 kill through a 6/10 blocker. Nature's Claim, maybe? They didn't play any removal. They were just like blue-black reanimator. Maybe we cut Mother of Ruins for Nature's Claim. Mom seems nuts against Kill Your Thing. We didn't see any of those, right? Or we saw the two mana Kill Your Thing. We saw 2 mana -2/-2 or whatever. Lyra races Inkwell. I think our deck already races Inkwell. I'm not too worried about that. The final LD stip number was 29. We killed 29 of the opponent's lands. Maybe cut Relentless. That's fine. Maybe Primal Command's good in this matchup. Make them shuffle their graveyard back in. Was that what the trophy was? Not quite. We did have some nice Armageddons in our last round. One of those was a real heartbreaker of a game. Where I channeled and then I had the mana to go get into a draw 7 and try and find it out. But I clicked on the Geddon first when I had exactly 4 mana in my pool, and so it just like cast the Geddon. But I meant to like use channel first, so I use the colorless, and then be able to Twister. Anyway, it was really brutal. Trying to land here would have been super good, because then I could clear the Liliana while putting a Smuggler's Copter down. I want to clear the Lily. I don't want to give them a free discard outlet. Reanimated shenanigans. You're saying Lily for Wall of Roots doesn't seem that good? Not in a vacuum, but I mean the game's not a vacuum, right? We were sitting here on 1 land. I think they're a correct edict. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to run out an Inspector or just load up the Relic and try and get Ooze down or something. I think either's fine. You hear Psytrance? Yeah, there's a little bit of Psytrance on this album. A little bit of Infected Mushroom. Well, I'm glad I did not run out the inspector.
Oh shit, what up?
With the land, I would have just Knight of Bottom to the Treachery. And been back up to 4 mana sources. Hey, D Viking J, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 10 months. You just claim the enchantment, the Treachery. We have a Knight of Bottom that'll hit the Treachery eventually. Coalition Relic is a much better card than Pilgrim, so. I guess I've been Inspector. I kind of like Inspector. I don't think I've been O-Ring, though. I think we might want to exile Problem Enchantment at some point. Yeah, Fractured Identity is not an enchantment. It's not like a Treachery. You exile the permanent, and then they get a copy. So Nature's Claim couldn't have gotten our artifact back, right? Better to blow it up, and then we get the 4 life, right? If we blow it up when it's on our side, we get the 4 life, as opposed to letting them have it. And then they would gain 4. Why not Bend the Hoof? Because I think we might be casting the Hoof this game. That's the main reason to not Bend the Hoof. Okay. I respect that. So they're just gonna trade with the Knight of Autumn and crack this clue. That's totally fine. Yeah, sure. You got it. We had it on board too. Of course. Was making a use token, have the use token crew the copter, or the pilgrim, I think also works. It was fun to play the hoof though. It made me right when I said I think we're gonna be playing the hoof this game. It's just very important that that was correct. Whether it was correct, whether it was actually correct to play that way in game. Yeah, not a bad game considering everything the opponent did to slow us down, and us only missing our second land for however many turns. Keeps more about fun than being correct. I agree, Wall. I agree. Turn 1 Tribe Elder, yeah, and then I think I get Plains. Getting a green source will let me do 2 things next turn. It's weird, but turn 1 Forest, Elvish Mystic is almost better than running out the Tribe Elder. That's only better. That's only really better if we draw land number 2 next turn, though. Keeping Hoof was good. Well, it was excessive. It wasn't necessary to win that game. It was overkill. Steve makes white for next turn. It does. So the reasoning behind going Forest, Elvish Mystic is if we get a land, then we get to go Garrett Relentless plus Steve on the following turn. It would just be more explosive. But if we whiff on a land, then you can't do both those things. Then you're just going Steve plus Fauna Shaman, and that's probably worse than the turn 1 Steve play. So I'm going to play Steve on turn 1. I guess if we draw a land, we can still go like Garrick plus Mother of Runes. This Garrick is probably wrong. Now that we drew Natural Order, I think we should be going Elvish Mystic plus Mother of Runes this turn. And then the Mother of Runes baits a burn spell, and then we just untap and make a Progenitus. Huh, maybe not. McGarrick! If we hit a land for Natural Order, would that have been lethal? 9 plus 8. Yeah, that would have been plenty lethal, plus the Mother Runes. Well, oh well. I'll just have to console myself by running out this sweet Coalition Relic. What's my favorite cube deck right now? I've drafted a few that I really liked this season. I would say in terms of my YouTube uploads, I think number 10 and number 16 were the 2 most notable ones. There's a link to my YouTube in the stream description, Apathy. If and you need a link. It used to just be weekly uploads, and now it's been like an everyday deal. Now playing up the Fauna Shaman first, because I don't want to lose to Daze here. Plus, this is a plenty of damage. Nice, JC. Good luck with the job hunt. Good luck getting there. Yeah, Apathy. It started out the first uploads were just like the whole VOD thrown up. And then I started cutting them up, and those were people were way more receptive to that. I made it a lot more consumable. So the opponent discarded a Sundering Titan to their Thirst, which makes me think that they're a Tinker deck. Which makes me think that I want Nature's Claim. They were also twin colors. I might bring Linvala in here on spec, even though we didn't see twin cards. How do I cheat Progenitus? Natural order. Oh yeah, JPL. Yeah, the beard is getting a little fierce. Needs a trim. Soup is getting challenging. That's how I know that I need a trim. Yeah. All right. What do we cut? We could cut the Dryad, but then we don't have the Dream. Then we don't have the Dream of hardcasting Progenitus anymore. Maybe that's okay. Maybe we just do this. Maybe Primal Command's better than Gargaroth. That's true, Dryad is bad versus Sundering Titan. I wasn't even thinking about that. I just thought it was like one of my worser cards. Hey, Damage Cap, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 13 months. No, different opponent, Joe Hef. This opponent cast a Thirst for Knowledge and discarded a Sundering Titan. I think that's about all that happened. They were Jeskai colors. Lava. So grim. What are you so grim about, Lavamancer? I was planning on just overringing Lavamancer here, but I mean, if you hit, right? I think this is a hit. Maybe not. Needed another mana crypt? Oh, to pay for the leak? Yeah. So thirsty. So thirsty over there. Doesn't have an artifact to discard this time. Does have a Mox Diamond to immediately Grim Lavamancer. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, we lost a flip. Cool, Bloodbraid. That's a great song. Cheers indeed. Yeah, we just died a Lavamancer this game. Gonna hold on to this Fauna Shaman to create the Copter. I hope I don't regret overringing the Mox. Like I said earlier, I think they're a Tinker deck. So depriving them of an artifact might be really key. It's already upticks so fast. Alright, we've done heads, we've done tails. Let's try heads again. No! Shit! It's not going very well, is it? Going face was a consideration, because like just hitting the opponent a couple times with Copter makes it much easier to kill with a Crater Hoof with only a couple of creatures in play, which might be the case if they're actively killing my things. It might be that we just have like a 7/7 Crater Hoof. And 7/7, a couple of 4/4s. Maybe that works. Maybe you smack him with the Copter a few times early on. So certainly worth considering. Crater Hoof is really not lethal. That's true. But when your opponent's killing your creatures with Grim Lavamancer, it's something to consider. It's when you think about the games that Crater Hoof is not lethal, think to yourself, does that look like one of these games? Does that resemble the game that I'm currently playing now? Because it does. It looks like this. Well, the Fire Blast is interesting. It's an interesting one to have in their deck.
It's what you want it to be.
If we get another way to crew the Copter, we could clear Duretti here, because the Secure Traveler can serve in. Hey, we want to flip. How about that? So you can sack the Steve here for a white source, and then if you drew another planes, you could play the... You can make 2 4/4s or whatever. I think I want the mana source, though. I think I want the mana source. Yeah, we cut the Ooze. Ooze would have been really good. We brought in the Elder Gargaroth. That one would also be excellent. Basically, fucking anything. Just like any gas. A Gideon, whatever. How would Nature's claiming your Oblivion Ring also claim your opponent's things? How would that work? Oblivious. Nature's Claim isn't a bounce spell, it's a destruction spell. The Aura Ring would go to the graveyard. No, you're fine. Magic's hard. I brain fart all the damn time. I'm not judging.
Oh shit, what up?
No! We're actually just gonna die to this nonsense. Table Space with the 11-month sub saying Gum Gum Bazooka. Interesting. Thanks for sharing. Question here is like whether we sack Steve or not, right? Steve gets a state mana. Oh man, fuck that treachery so hard. I think I'm supposed to respond to the treachery by sacking Steve. I don't think we have a choice now. Should I shame scoop? Let's shame scoop to that. Because now they can lava mance through the security trap elder. We weren't like 100% dead. We could top deck a knight to pop the treachery, get Linvala back. But they've got a Copter serving at my face now. I'm only at 8. Lavamancer can go face. And then we still have this Crypt in play that's doming us. It certainly doesn't look good. Jace can like down tick on Fractured Identity or Fire Blast. So our life total is very precarious there. 8 life, opponent hasn't attacked us. Running real hot, those Flipperooskies. I think the Ooze comes back in. I don't know about Wake. I feel I do want the Ooze. Just more gas, huh? More Gasaruski. If I cut Fauna Shaman, do I have enough early game stuff going on? I start to worry about if we have enough green cards to sack to natural order if you cut Fauna Shaman. I think we cut Linvala. They showed us a couple of things that get turned off by Linvala, the Grim Mancer and the Jace Vryn's Prodigy, but we didn't actually see twin combo.
Oh shit, what up?
Just kind of bring Use back in. Use is better. More bodies for the hoof, right? Hey, Avio57 thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing the prime there. Not the Busto turn 2 Nissa that we had earlier, but potentially turn 3 Nissa here. We shall see, huh? We shall see. You thought it was a bolt? I was a little bit worried about a bolt. They could still have one. So Chromox, when a Chromox trigger goes on the stack, it gives you something to respond to with a Nature's Claim. Mox Diamond, you discard it. Before it even enters play. That makes me very sad. Yeah, I'm gonna claim the diamond. It gives them an artifact in the graveyard to start welding. I'm still gonna do it. Just in case I hit Mana Crypt off the top and want to play Nissa. Or some other use for my mana, some 4 mana thing. Garruk Relentless would be dope. Diamond is better because of the colors. Also, if they weld Diamond back into play, then they then have to have another land to pitch. New plan. Possibly supposed to be attacking them. Take a turn off the Progenitus. The issue with letting them untap with Dak. Plus Welder, is then they start just like welding things into play and just race Progenitus that way. That's some other 4 mana thing. Oh yeah, rewarding us for claiming on their end of turn. 100%. Do you play out the copter or do you hold it? If they don't take Dak on it, they do lose Dak. I think they're going to be upticking Dak. I don't think the decision matters very much, but it might. I'll just pass. Deck could steal it. I'm aware that the deck could steal it. I literally just talked about that. I just said, here's what I'm thinking about with this copter. Nobody ever listens to me. That's okay. The upside to running out the copter is if we draw something that can crew it. And it's like another attacker. And then even if they block the Knight of Autumn. We're gonna just kills him in 2 hits anyway, though. Yeah, the copter could end up clearing the deck. That's a good point. The uptick deck. We top deck a creature, crew copter, clear deck. Give them fewer cards to look at. We didn't hit anyway. Well, I guess Progenitus can just clear the deck. Oh no, let's attack them. That's probably better. Do you have a favorite card with a one-word name? Yeah, Swamp. Natural Order sacking the Knight. Yeah, I could have. I thought the Knight attacked better. You know that they were at 24, right? We had a 4-3. Knight of Autumn. It's certainly relevant. We have 1 card left. Is this upheaval? Don't you dare. Don't you dare upheaval me. Burning of Zinye. Love it. I guess we get to choose 4 lands. Now all they have to do is flashback the burning, get their last land. One little Progenitus against the world. That Natural Order top deck was so lucky, considering like how good the rest of their draws were. Like, if all we had were creatures, they would have murdered everything, right? And drawn through their deck and done busted things. Phew. Got a little lucky to win that game. Yes, up, Joe Bangs. Hope you're having a good day. Oh yeah, that was a great board state, right? Just a Progenitus. No other permanents. Just Progenitus. That's all you need. That's all you need. Glad we didn't board it out. Yeah, every single one of my permanents at the end of that game had protection from everything, which is pretty messed up. If you think about it. Pardon the yawn there. Yeah, I was planning on just holding the Mana Crypt for the turn 2 Garrick, but now they drew Nissa. I think we run out the wall. Get this so-called wall down. Give us a chance. We turned 2 Nissa someone earlier today, and it felt really strong. Let's try that again, huh? Try that line out. Hey, Calclor, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing the Twitch Prime. Steve gonna get some fog value here. Yeah, thanks for the games, Calclor. Thanks for the games. I was telling my chat that I got very lucky to win that last one. And that natural order was probably our only really way to have gotten there. Your deck was pretty fierce. I could just play Relic and Mystic and not play Garrick this turn, and then I get to attack for 3. And still use my floating mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could play Hoof next turn. Would we have lethal? Would we have lethal with Hoof, though? I mean, we easily would with the top deck land. Yeah, Fair Calculator. Yeah, I think most of our deck, most of our deck, your deck is pretty good against. We don't have a lot of more than 4 toughness threats. This is our second turn 4 kill. Off of a turn 2 Nissa. Not the most busted thing you can do in Vintage Cube, but certainly good enough, huh? Certainly still impressive. Linvala is definitely coming in this matchup. The green ramp mirror. Mana Crypt does do broken stuff, you're not wrong. There's a reason we picked that card highly, right? Depending on the deck. I even prefer it over Moxen. Yeah, what you thinking, Skunk Witch? I do need to cut something. I do need to cut something for that Windball I just boarded in. Look at the Knight of Autumn. Maybe that's dumb. Folks usually have targets. One of the white 1-drops could also be a potential cut. Mother of Runes lines up well against their 5/5 that they played there. I think. Does it even? Yeah. Meh. Oh, Lyra should be coming in. Lyra's better than Gideon here by a lot. Oh well. I'll keep 5 of these. And better than going to 4, right? Better than mulling to 4. We just need a forest off the top, and we're off to the races. So we get Natural Order for Progenitus, but I think I'm supposed to Garrick that Rafellos. I don't think you let them untap with Rafellos. Maybe we set up for Hoof rather than get Progenitus. Can we Hoof win the turn after this turn? I think it's close. O-Ring, Exile, Hicks Drinker, run out Secure Tribe Elder, make a 1/1. Have 3 creatures. Next turn, Garrick upticks. We'd have 4 creatures. Natural Order sack 1 of those, go down to 3 creatures. Hoof gives everything +4/+4. So it'd be a 9/9 Hoof. And then 3 4/4s, so it'd be 21 damage. But they could play a blocker, right? Garrick's creatures are black 1/1s. It doesn't really matter though, because we'd have other green creatures to sack. You think Progenitus wins in as many turns? Well, I just described a line that wins literally next turn, and Progenitus wins in 2 turns. So I think that you weren't listening to me, is what I think. It's just a matter of like whether or not they have a juicy blocker for me or not. Some of it is Burning LED, some Infected Mushroom is kosher. Like 90% of their Monster Cat releases are, not all of them, but 90% are. One of the other cool things about waiting to Natural Order next turn is that we do get to O-Ring the Hex Drinker. I don't know how much that matters. The opponent's going to be so salty when we like tank for forever and then just Natural Order for Progenitus. I think it's close. I think it's very close. If like whether or not they play if they played like more than 2 toughness. Oh god, they played exactly 2 toughness. Yeah, we would have exact-seed them this turn if we by waiting. Doesn't mean that our line was wrong, but sure would have been fun to win a turn early. Nice. Nice little trophy there.